My name is Justin in BCN. I'm a videographer and blogger. And a previous video I showed you, I made a quick introduction to a website I discovered called Formaya. Formaya creates forms and it templates forms that you can use online. A very useful service, but today I think I'd like to show you how to create one of those forms. So I'm going to jump straight in and log in. I've already created a free account. My username is the Art of Tefl. So it'll jump straight into a back end. Here you'll see that I have a little breakdown of what the free account offers me. I've already created 2 forms. I've already submitted one of those forms or tested one of those forms, and I've got a lot of storage left in this free service. I have 5 tabs across the top: home, forms, submissions, your file manager, and some add-ons that we can discuss at a later stage. When we go back to forms and click on add form, I'm going to call this form early booking. What I'm going to be doing is creating an early booking form that gives the user a discount, and that connects to PayPal. So it's about PayPal integration also. You have the option here, if you've already created something similar, you can duplicate it and edit or import a form that you've previously used. So I'm going to go ahead and add the form. It brings me to the design area, which on the right here is what the form currently looks like. Of course, we have to add a lot of different fields to that, and on the left you see your selection of fields. For example, you could add a star or a smiley or a thumb. Perhaps you want to create a form that asks your customers or clients to review a service or a product. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those. It's not quite what I need today, but just to show you the example. My form title here is easily editable just by clicking on the box and going into form title. I'm going to call this early booking. I'm going to highlight that and create a bigger size font, center it, and perhaps give it a different color, so it's all very intuitive and easy to use. The submit button perhaps is okay, but you can choose to edit this too. I'm going to slightly change this one, say apply now. Font size, let's give it a bigger font. Obviously you see here my font's gone too big for my box, so I need to increase my box. Let's say the width to 300 and height to 52, maybe a bit more, 62. So you can easily play around with this. We can curve the sides a bit more. Let's put that up. Check that out. Pretty dramatic red. Apply now. So next, I need to add some more of these fields. Of course, we have to tell the viewer what exactly the information is. Of course, we're going to need an email, and that's already preset. We're going to need, I think, a drop-down menu for the months. I'm going to go ahead and edit that as well, so we could say date, or perhaps even better, course date. And instead of select your country, of course, I'm going to say please choose start month for the course. These options here are what you see when you have option A, B, C, and D, so we need to edit those too. So for example, the course might start in September. Option B is October, C, November, and D, December. So now we should be able to see, there you go, so you can have as many of those as you want. Perhaps you wanted to add another option that was called January, and we can continue on with that. So over here on the right is a live preview of all of the edits that you've just done. One of the important things, I think sometimes you have to customize. I'm going to add a custom field. Of course, you can play around with these options and discover which ones they are. But here I'm going to choose a custom field, and I've already written in some text. I'm just going to, for the sake of this video, copy and paste the text into this custom field to give you a quick look at what we can do. And click on this box, you see you have a general field here. I'm going to get rid of that and copy in my previously made text. So you see here, are you looking for work in Barcelona? The Art of TEFL can help you. We can easily change the font color perhaps to a blue over here and distinguish between certain types of information. So my form is now beginning to shape up, but perhaps I'd want to add a little video to this too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to choose the first video I see just for the maybe not, maybe I should go to the Art of TEFL YouTube channel. We'll choose this video, and what you need to do is go to share embed and copy this iframe code. The iframe code you can highlight, copy C, and go back to your editing box here and perhaps put it in the middle of these two texts. Just pop in your iframe code and you automatically have the live preview pop up. Quite a large video here for the frame. In fact, it's too big. So I'm going to, in the live preview, edit this. I'm going to bring this down perhaps to 360. It looks a bit square, so we'll bring this down to perhaps let's guess at 220. Now we've already got something that fits right in. You can play around with the size, or perhaps you can center it. Everything's very customizable in these forms. I'm pretty happy with that for this example. So one of the other things I really like about this Formaya website is that these things are very easy to do. You can pull this down here, apply now. I think I'll have the email above that and course date here. So you have everything in one box. That's looking pretty good. So let's jump into the styling. Let's see, around the corners of the form, for example, a whole different selection of choices here. We can also look at input fields, increase the spacing between the fields. The font size you might want to play around with. Perhaps you'd like to play around with the sub-labels as well. A huge amount of customization available. One of the important things is, of course, when you're using a submission form, especially in regards to money, if you wanted to link this to PayPal, for example, you can look at form options. One of the things, one of the things I should also do with this form is make it a bit more official and add a logo. So in this, in form options, and the fourth option, how to use the form, you can add a logo, which I'm going to copy and paste from the Art of TEFL website. Let's get rid of that, copy and paste in here. And you'll see in the live preview that pops up later on. And the next thing we need to do is look at the PayPal payments. So this tells the form, when it redirects, this tells the form what information needs to appear in the PayPal form. So in here I'm going to enter in my PayPal email address. I'm going to call the item form TEFL course. Currency in US dollars, and the price will be 1,250. And that's pretty much it. We're ready to go. So let's click on the live preview to see what this looks like, and there you have it. You've got the Art of TEFL logo on top. It's an early booking form, little video, some information about the course, got the price, and here we have the option, of course, to choose November as the course date. My email is justin@gmail.com, and simply apply now to redirect to PayPal. So you see here the course date, that information you have already previously entered in for the user of the form. TEFL course, they can see the description, everything you need to do for PayPal, and you can enter and pay that way. We go back to the form. We can close up form options. We can go back to the list of forms. And here you'll see my early booking form. I have the choice, I can use that on Facebook or Google Plus or any of the social medias. I can view it live, or export the submission, or just delete it if you're not happy with it. Submissions here, you can see that the submission I just showed you is called early booking. I can view that here, and I get an information saying November and the Gmail account that it came from. So all very easy to use, very quick, and then of course you can get a lot more options with Formaya. You can connect these forms to MailChimp or Aweber if you're using a mailing list, for example. And that's pretty much it. I think it takes more than, it takes a few hours to get in and start to play around with these forms. Once you've created one or two, you can really see how useful and powerful this website is. So I hope you've enjoyed this demo. Have a look at formaya.com and enjoy. Thank you for watching.